Number 1. Scarred. Scarred is a first-person atmospheric horror puzzle game where you must uncover the truth about one of your schoolmates before it's too late. Traverse a world of nightmares inspired by nostalgic Singaporean architecture as you fight to survive. Evade a ghostly presence lurking around dark corners and through shadowy doorways as you solve frightening puzzles in order to escape. Be prepared to face nightmares, evade terrors, unearth tragedies, and, if you can, save yourself from it all before you are consumed. Number 2. Digested. Digested is a body cam horror survival game in which you must evade a giant snake intent on eating you alive. Utilize various tools and abilities to formulate an escape strategy, and use the map to navigate through unfamiliar terrain. Locate your extraction pod and don't get digested. Keeping an eye out is a good way not to get digested. Plan your actions carefully, navigate smartly, and whatever you do, don't get digested. Number 3. Carnival Hunt. Carnival Hunt is a horror, first-person asymmetric social multiplayer game. One player takes on the role of the carnival monster, and the other players play as the bunnies. Objective. Bunny's goal in each match is not to get caught by the carnival monster and exhaust all of the wind-up keys. Bunnies need to cooperate and survive till the carnival monster's charge runs out. Twist and turn. Players must wind each other up before the charge runs out, but beware of the sound generated from the charge-up. The sound is so loud that it can alert the carnival monster of your location. Play possum. There are procedurally generated groups of dead bunnies that can be found all over the map, and you can play dead to hide among them. Eyeball. In a situation where bunnies acting as if they are dead, the magician checks to see if it is an actual dead rabbit or a player pretending to be one. You can check all of them, but you will lose precious time doing so. The Lazarus. Out of charge does not mean you are dead. Other players can use their own keys or loot an additional key to charge you back up. Number 4. The Peterson Case. Once Upon a Time in Roswell is a first-person psychological horror that chronicles the story of the family's disappearance in 1947 in Roswell, USA. Explore the home whilst witnessing horrific flashbacks and otherworldly entities. Conduct an investigation that can only lead to the most terrible. Delve deep into the strange world of Roswell, New Mexico as you embark on an investigation to find a family who have been missing for more than a week. Uncover horrific flashbacks of war and beings not of this earth. Realize the terrible truth that has consumed the Peterson family, whilst you walk through their ever-changing home and memories, battling your own identity and purpose.
My name's Detective Reinhardt, Roswell Police Department. You're trespassing on an active crime scene. Give yourself up peacefully. No one has to get hurt here.
Number 5. Subliminal. Subliminal is a psychological horror puzzle game inspired by the urban legend of the backrooms. Bleeding edge of lighting and rendering, handcrafted open-ended levels, light and perspective-based puzzles, nostalgic spaces, a few unfamiliar faces, and a rotting feeling that something is not quite right. Number 6. The Occultist. This game features Mystic Pendulum, the most important object for Alan. Through it, he's able to interact with the environment and modify it due to its 5 unique and original mechanics.
Can a blind person describe the light? Our limitations as human beings prevent us from really seeing what is there. But when suggestive becomes evident, then we see what is really there.
First-person action. Experience the foreboding world of the Occultist through the eyes of Alan Rebels and use the mystic pendulum to unravel what happened in Godstone. Survival horror. The Occultist has all the distinctive elements of the genre, with tense exploration and atmosphere, as well as an up-close and personal narrative. Next-gen graphics. The Occultist has an astonishing level and quality of graphics for a truly immersive horror experience. Hide and sneak. Alan always avoids direct combat. Using stealth mechanics, he must advance through the story without being caught off guard.
Engraved in my mind are images that would make any man tremble. But I am not just any man. I am the Occultist.
Number 7. Karma, The Dark World.
I've never seen her again since that day.
Karma. The Dark World is a first-person cinematic psychological thriller set in a dystopian world where the Leviathan Corporation is omnipresent. The time is 1984, the place is East Germany, and things are not quite what they seem. You are Daniel, a Rome agent for Leviathan's Thought Bureau, and you have been brought in to investigate actions that have happened in a very specific moment in time. A moment which opens the mind to a world of espionage and betrayal, littered with deep and dark secrets.
What happened to me? Who am I? If she's still alive, she'd definitely complain about my job. She used to always say, you become less and less of a good man once you get into this business for them. I was thinking, maybe I didn't turn out like this because of this job. Maybe that's who I've always been. April 30th, 1976 marks the 4th year since I joined the Leviathan Ideology Bureau. I spent 8 years to find out who I really am.
Welcome. I am Mother.
Number 8. Dark Moonlight. Dark Moonlight is a survival horror game with an action set in the near future that allows the player to control the fate of Dave Kellerman, who suffers from various fears and phobias. The game is inspired by a number of modern sci-fi series. You wake up in another world. Nothing is right. You must fight to survive and forget about your fears and your mental health. There are tons of puzzles in the game. Can you solve all of them? Exercise your mind to achieve the best result. This will allow you to find new equipment and become a stronger opponent. You can expect scary demons and monsters around every corner. Better be prepared. Use the available weapons to fight the beasts. But remember that beasts can rise up from the grave. BrokenLore. UNFOLLOW is a first-person psychological horror game that explores the impact social media has on mental health through the story of Anne, a victim of bullying trapped in a surreal nightmare where she must solve a dark mystery and confront sinister creatures. Anne must come to terms with her past's most painful choices. However, she's not alone. Many horrible creatures wander around and follow her every step. Will Anne be able to get out? This game features multiple endings will be influenced by the various choices made throughout the game. Distinctive, eerie creatures will each symbolize a different trauma experienced by Anne. Emphasis will be placed on Anne's smartphone, which will feature numerous functions.
Please, someone, help me.
Number 10. LUTO is a first-person psychological horror narrative experience where you play the role of an individual unable to leave his own home. Searching for a way to escape will lead you down a series of paths that will test your senses. Explore the pain of losing a loved one, the horror of the insecurity to the darkness that lurks behind the anxiety and depression. Enter a mysterious place full of secrets to discover and challenges to face. Deciphering it all will not be an easy task. Will you be able to tell fact from fiction? Discover an environmental and sensory horror where you will experience the fear of numerous phobias.